Hey, welcome back to Lame Chop Builds. How's everyone doing today? Little update on the 57 Chrysler 300C for the Street Machine group build. That's what we're going to go over. Pardon my mess. It's been I haven't had a lot of bench time lately, and when I do, I make a mess. Then I clean it up a little while later. Where are we going to start here? I'm not sure if I covered the engine for the Chrysler 392. Pretty detailed, cool little engine. Distributor back here, it's wired into the valve covers there. Has a dipstick, oil transmission dipstick. I think there's an oil. Is there an oil one? No. Oil filter up front, or oil filler up front. Got the oil filter back here. STP oil filter on it this time. So I was impressed building this engine. Little Mopar decals on here. Cool little engine. I like that. I'm trying to find another one of these kits soon. Then I got the wheels figured out. I want to go with this. Some weld wheels. These are from Jay's Resins on eBay. See, I'm going to show you how I'm going to have these. You can kind of see how they are right now. It took me a little bit to figure out how to get these in and mounted and using them. I'm kind of new to using these wheels and using resin in general. I'm going to show you what I've done for the front and rear. The front, I thought I was going to cut a hole in the knuckle and run some rod through, and that wasn't working. It just wasn't happening at the time. It was putting a big gap in it. And so I found about where the stock ride height was, and I put some aluminum tubing in here. And I fitted it up, it just wasn't, the ride height wasn't where I wanted it. So I added some more tubing on top of that. So it's almost like an adjustable. If I want to raise or lower it, I can. And the rear end, cut it down and put tubing in it. There's a large tube and then a smaller tube inside this, which will accept the smaller tube right here. Works pretty well. Once that's glued in a little bit, there's wrap some putty around that. That'll stick onto the rim real nice right there. And the fronts stay right in. I mean, they hold nice. Yeah, I ain't going. Yeah, they're not even falling off. Good friction fit right there with those. And I'm going to chrome the wheels using my cheap Amazon chrome marker. I'm gonna open it up, cut it open, and spray it like you would with any of the inks, unless I decide to buy a Molotov pen and do it that route. I watched Barbatos Rex the other day spray some Molotov chrome, and it turned out real nice. So that's probably what I'm going to do with these. Then it looks sharp with the paint I'm going to do with on this. I just got to get everything together that I am going to chrome, and maybe if I strip it and re-chrome it to make everything look equal. But I'm really digging these wheels. I think it's going to set them off. I thought about maybe doing a black wheel, but I think I'm going to go chrome. I don't do chrome much on wheels lately, so I think that's why I'm going to go on those. I spent a good bit of time getting this chassis all together, and also I had to move the springs inside the frame rather than where they were outside mounted. So the spring on this side, where'd my little pointer go I was using? I need to get me a pointer that I keep. This is the leaf spring and perches from this side. I cut them off of here. You can see I still got paint back over this. And I glued them up inside. the ones on this side, you can see where I cut them, glue that up in here. This is after I didn't have the leaf springs on. It's like, whoa, I gotta cut. So they end up coming off pretty easy. I glued them back in there now, and I used UV glue here to hold the aluminum tubing on, and to get so to dry quicker, because I was trying to get it to where it set right where I needed it to, and getting the rear end housing where it needed to, close enough to where it needed to be. I think I cut off the wrong side anyhow. So we're going to do something a little different. I didn't just now notice that. That's off a little bit. So I should have shifted it this way and cut this side off. I cut this side off and moved it that way. We'll be all right. As you can see on the gas tank, I had to cut a little there to get it to fit nice when it's all said and done. So it's coming along nicely. I hope to soon get this in paint and get moving on this, because there's a group build I'm going to do in August. Starts in August, but I'm not going to get started on it right then for another group build. Then I seen where Mr. Sondergaard is the chosen one this year, choosing the USA CC build. Congrats to him on that. So I'm eagerly waiting to see what that kit's going to be. I know there'll be American Muscle Car, I believe. Yeah, best I can guess. But Mr. Sondergaard can change. He likes American muscle, so maybe the 70 Chevelle. Who knows? Because that kit's readily available. So we'll see. If so, I got one on the shelf. If it's something else, I might have to buy it. Make sure my microphone's still green there. I hate getting halfway through or more than halfway through a video and look down and my microphone wasn't working. Here's one of the knuckles. You can see I'd cut that tip off, the wheel mount. And I thought about I was trying to get this, maybe see how I'd get that over there, and there just wasn't enough room to keep it at a nice look to it. So I cut it off, and I was starting to drill through it, and it gapped real bad, spread. I was thinking, well, I'll just glue the top and the bottom to it. It wasn't worth it. You know, to me, this is going to look just fine in that way. I'll have to probably gonna shoot it again with some gloss black, wash it down and gloss it again to where it all looks good, because some of that glue's hazing a little bit here and there. Just clean it up. You know, the engine sits nicely in it. What it did, I don't know about now. Yeah, we're still good. With that, if you're of the praying type, a couple words would be appreciated. I will say it's unspoken for something I got going on the 16th of July. Just I appreciate those kind of words if you're into that. If not, wish me luck. How's that? With that, happy miling. See you next time.